Alright guys, well, it's Monday and I have all my classes today, starting with advisory. Those advisory boys, 6th grade. My weekend was, I don't know, I was tired, but then I got woken up out of the blue. My sister woke me up at like, I don't know what time it was. Must have been like 1 o'clock in the morning or so. And I was like, what's going on? It was Saturday, luckily. My niece, her daughter they heard kittens in somebody's truck next door to where she lives. And so they got the kittens out, or at least they got one out, and they were working on the other one. And yeah, I guess they were stuck in the engine. First one she brought over to our home because her cat was going nuts. So she couldn't keep the kitten there, so she brought it over to our house. And my sister just wanted me to know that we had a kitten in the house. I was like, girl, I don't care. I just want my sleep. My niece then came back the next day and took it to the shelter so it could get adopted. Because, girl, we can't have no more cats, okay? We got 3 of them outside that we feed, and those cats are enough. Trust me. They're lovely, but, you know, one of them's still really sketchy. I mean, she's just... we've had her for like over 2 years, you guys, and she's still... I could barely pet her. She's just feral, but she was a good mama to her kittens, I'll tell you. And then we got them fixed because, you know, we don't want any more kittens around. Anyway, then I was tired the next day, but then I went to 5 Star Motorcycle, and they're awesome, you guys. They changed my oil, which was apparently black. Yeah, I was way overdue. My bike was so sluggish, and I noticed that as I was driving and stuff. And so then I was like, you know, I'm just going to go over there and get some work done because I have to get these Burly Stilettos on, which I have on. And it did raise my bike a little bit, but I can still flat-foot it, no big deal. But it made my bike significantly heavier. And it leans more for some reason when I park it. I don't know what that's about. I guess because it's taller now, because it feels taller, or it is taller now. It leans more. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I would think so. Anyway, it's just... It feels better, though, because, I mean... My bike was running so sluggish, you guys. It was like I couldn't pick up the speed right away, but now I can. The engine oil's changed, and he was like, that shit was so black, and I'm like, oh. He's like, you're so overdue, and I'm like, ew, oops. So it's much better now. And he tightened my pegs because my pegs were like, I don't know, they kept moving. And he goes, one of the screws are stripped, that's why. And I was like, what? Change the screw out. And then he goes, you know, your front brake needs to be changed. He goes, I mean, you could probably run it like maybe... He goes, I don't know. He goes, it just depends on how rough you are, how much you use your front brake. He goes, what you should be using, but try to do some downshifting. And I'm like, okay, because I have the pads to do that, the shifting pads. So he goes, that'll slow your bike down so you don't use so much front brake. But he goes, it could be like, 500 miles that you need to change them. Could be 1,000, could be 800, I don't know. He goes, but you're gonna have to change them soon, I think. And I'm like, okay. So I bought some brakes online. The kind he told me to buy, so I'm gonna bring him this Wednesday. Because Tuesday I have to be in a meeting till 4:30. Fuck, sucks. But the Burly Stilettos, they feel pretty good. They put them kind of in the middle, so it's not too soft, not too hard. They feel pretty good. I'd say there's a significant difference in feeling the road. I mean, Honda 1100 shocks are not that great. like, I kind of want to get the slammers from Burly because they're lower. But then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be that low to the ground. And I don't know how they feel, if they're going to feel better or worse. I don't know. I just went with the stilettos, you guys. But it just, like when I get my bike upright, it's like heavier. They're bigger. So, puts quite a bit of weight on the bike, which kind of don't like, but if my bike ride's much better, I'll deal with it. Ride's kind of like a Cadillac down, kind of. Much smoother ride, for sure. I don't feel like I'm bottoming out anymore. Oh, that was a rough one. I could get it a little, I could adjust it, so I could, it comes with one of those wrenches, the Burleys, when they send these to you. I still have the old ones to get my handlebars up, you guys. These handlebars are too forward for me. Oh, thanks a lot, dude. Thanks a lot. Put on my high beams. Maybe you'll see me now. Do you see me now? So yeah, I have advisory for half an hour, which is not a big deal. That's usually breakfast. And then we have first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And I'm telling you guys, that third and sixth period better shape up, man. I am getting tired of their shit. I'm just getting tired of it already. And it's not even like, we're not even through September yet. And I'm tired of their attitudes. They need to shape up. You know, every time we get into that class, I have to go over the rules. Hey, read the rules on the poster over there. It's ridiculous. They should know what to do already. And they act like, I don't know what to do. It's like, get out of fucking book, dude. Get out of book. Start reading advisory class. They just hate reading. I don't get it. Just hate it. But they're gonna do it. Well, I only have half an hour with them today, so they'll do it on the block period. And what else? Oh, my meeting for my evaluation is this week. I'm on CPT chat, you guys, and it put out a whole lesson plan for me, so I'm gonna just follow that. It's pretty easy, so shouldn't be a big deal. I just want to get that shit over with. It's so uncomfortable. It's like, you know, having people watch you teach is so uncomfortable to me. It's just so weird. Like, they have to, like, write down everything you say, everything you do, every question you ask the class, how you come off, are you being positive, are you doing, you know, positive reinforcement. Part of that is my problem, though. It's like, sometimes I'm like, I think kids don't really truly believe me sometimes when I tell them they're doing great. Like, you sound great. And they're like, no, I don't. I sound like shit. And you know it. Although they don't say it like that. The look they give me is like, yeah, right. Sure I am. I sound like an elephant right now, but you're not telling me that. I mean, I want these kids to, well, I want to tell them the truth. I mean, but you have to say it in such a way that they don't get discouraged. Like if I said, you sound like a wild animal on that trumpet, they're not going to like that. So, instead of saying that, I could say, well, you just need to work on your sound a little bit. Maybe blow a little softer. And softer is a texture, but they get it. Be a little quieter. Or don't bang that drum so hard. Don't bang that drum so hard. Be a little softer on that. Get a better tone. You get a better tone when you're softer. You do. It's really amazing how if you tell a class, play quieter, don't blow so hard, they start to sound better immediately because they're all just blowing hard. It's just like, like just blow all the air I can in this, or bang that drum really hard. Like their hand is like all the way up and like hitting on the drum, and I'm like, you guys are gonna break the drum head. Keep the sticks closer. They just get so excited and they just start banging away back there. So I have to really help them. And sometimes these kids, oh my gosh, last week the drummers. I have this kid that's been playing for 2 years, no, not 2 years, 1 year. But he's a goof off, and that's the problem. He didn't really learn shit, and he sucks, you guys. He's like the worst. He just has no fucking rhythm. It's bad. And when you have a student like that, it's just really, really hard. Let me get out of this guy's way. It's really hard. It's a pain. It's not for the faint at heart. It's rough because they can't feel it. They're just like, I don't get it. And so this kid is like that, and everybody back there is beginners except for him, and he just sucks ass. So it's like, when we were doing some rhythm work, where these kids, once you get past page 5, it's like the drummers have rests. They have sound rest. And they just get like, it's all wrong now. It's not tap, 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 tap. It's tap, rest, tap. So it's kind of throwing you some curveballs there. And this kid that's been playing for a year can't even fucking do that shit. Even the beginners are getting him better than him. Like, dude, stop fucking this shit up. Stop playing on the rest. And he's just like, can't do it. I don't know. I'm like, work on it. Take this shit home and practice it. I gave him a drum pad, and I'm like, come after school and get this shit. Did he come? No. And he sucks. And I really, really, really want to take him off of this. I really want to take him off drums, but I don't know how to do it. I'm like, dude, he really wants to play, but it's like, you suck ass. You have no rhythm. It's like dancing with 2 left feet. I suck ass, dude. But I can't say that. I have to be like, well, try this, try that. Go slower. And that's another thing he does. He goes really fast. I'm like, dude, slow it down. I'm not even going that fast. The band can't even play that fast. Like, what are you doing? He thinks 8th notes go fast. Oh, we have 8th notes. Gotta go fast. No. It's just shorter sounding, dude. They sound faster, but they're shorter sounding. They're just tick, 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 Slow down. You can do 8th notes really slow. It's like, he just doesn't get it. It takes a lot for him to understand this shit. So, spending too much time with this kid, and I don't know what to put him on. I'm like, I know he's gonna suck at trumpet. He's probably gonna suck at flute too. Maybe clarinet, but he doesn't want to play clarinet. I might just put him on the bass drum. He just bang away at that. I don't know. It just takes a lot, you guys. And I have, 46 other students. So, I don't have time to be like giving people private lessons and shit in rhythm. This is why I wish I had somebody come in for the drums so that they can help them. For the most part, they're pretty good, but that kid just sucks. What can I say? And I have to find a way to get him up to speed quickly. Like I said, I can't spend all my time on this. And for some of these kids, that's what it takes. It takes like a lot. Because they don't have rhythm. Which is surprising. Because most of these kids are of Latin descent. You'd think, right? But no. Some of them, it skipped a generation, I guess. This one girl, she's not very good at flute, but she tries. She's like, my dad's in a band. She tells me this on Friday. She goes, my dad's in a band, and he plays drums. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, he's been playing drums for a lot of years. And I said, oh, that's awesome. So you have music in your blood? And she's like, yeah. Which is kind of surprising because she kind of sucks at flute. But it's her first year, so she can barely make sound. And she gets really confused with the fingerings. So I've been helping her quite a bit, and she's getting it. But I'm like, if your dad's a drummer, maybe we should put you on drums. So that when you go home with a practice pad, you can practice. Or you can practice on your dad's drums. You know, that might be better. Because I need better drummers, you guys. It just, I got some clowns back there too, which doesn't help. Clowns in my second period that just are like, back there entertaining and clowning out. I don't like them when they clown out. You know, one of my students visited me last week on Friday after school. He's in a VAPA program, which is really cool. I really am happy that he's there because he's a good musician, but he used to really suck at syncopated rhythms. Like, anything syncopated, he'd suck at it. And I worked with him and would be like, dude, you have to tap your foot. You got to feel it. And so the flute player that also went to that program, went to the high school, VAPA High School, Visual Arts and Performance, she was always really good at syncopation rhythms. And so she would catch on really fast, which was awesome. But him, it was like pulling teeth. It's the same thing with this drummer, same shit, right? So I worked with him, and he would always say, oh, the flute player is your favorite player. She's a class pet. She's your pet. And I'm like, no, she's not. It's just that it's easier because, you know, I mean, she gets it pretty quickly. I go, whereas, you know, sometimes we have to work a little harder for this. I go, I was the same way. So, you know, I'm not knocking you, dude. I'm trying to help you. Like, see where your weak points are. And, you know, I did the best I could with him. I, you know, worked with him and tried to give him, like, music to practice on that were all syncopated rhythms so he would get better. So he comes back on Friday and he goes, oh, miss. He's like, you know, I'm doing great in that program. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. And he goes, yeah, he goes, I'm the only freshman that's in jazz band. He's like, because I'm really good at syncopated rhythms. In your face. I'm like, what? I go, why is that in my face? And he goes, because you never believed that I could play syncopated rhythms. I go, I never said that to you. I said it's harder for you because it just is. I go, was it not harder for you? And he goes, yeah, it was, but I got it. And I said, well, that's what I always wanted you to get. I go, so that's awesome. And he goes, and you know, so-and-so's not in the jazz program. He goes, in your face again. And I'm like, what? I go, and he goes, she was your favorite. And I go, that's not true. And he goes, yes, it is. And I go, no. I go, she was just easier to teach for me because she would get the rhythms quickly. That's all. I go, she wasn't my favorite. And he goes, yes, she was. She was your pet. And I'm like, whatever. He's like, in your face. And I'm like, how come she's not in there? Because I'm kind of surprised. And he goes, I don't know. He goes, but the teacher picked me, and I'm the only freshman in that jazz group. And I'm like, that is really awesome. And I go, let me see your music. So he showed me some of the music and stuff. And I was like, oh. I go, this is pretty good stuff. And he's like, yeah. He goes, most of it's pretty easy. He goes, but then we have some harder parts, and he showed me some of that stuff, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I can guarantee, I can tell you guys why he's in that band. Well, number one, if he worked on his syncopated rhythms, if he worked on them, like I showed him how, then he's got to be good at that now. But if he's not, he's in that band because he can play high notes. He's really good at playing high notes on the trumpet, which is not easy to do. You know, he's always been kind of like that, where he can play just about any note on the trumpet, high, low, whatever. And that's like that's great, because most people can't do that when they're kids. They're just like, you know, they can play G, but they can't play a G above that, you know. So he can play high note. He's always been able to do that, which is a big plus for him. And I used to tell him that too. I go, you know, you can play really high notes, and that's impressive. You know, you want to keep doing that, but you got to learn your rhythms, dude. I go, you know, you can play all the high notes you want, but if you're not playing rhythms right, it's not going to matter, you know? Like, it just isn't, you guys. It's not, because nobody wants to hear fucking, you know, nobody's going to want to listen to you if you play horrible, if you have no rhythm, you know? You won't be able to play the song right, and it sounds like shit, no matter what you know, no matter if you can play those high notes or not. It doesn't matter. So, but he's like, in your face. I'm like, whatever. I go, dude, congratulations, because, you know, you sound great, and you're doing great, and that's always what I want for all my students, you know, to be great out there. I said, where are you going to go to college? And he goes, probably CSUN. He goes, I don't know. He goes, I'm not sure yet. He goes, but I really want to get out of the state. And I said, well, you know, if you practice more and you get, you know, better at what you're doing, I go, you could probably get into Burly School of Music. You got to work for that, dude. That's not, you know, for the faint at heart. Got to work. And then you can play with people your age, you can meet up, you can network, you can, you know, it's great to go there, meet people your age group, play with them on the weekends or whatever, after school, you know, get some gigs. It's very popular for that. And I don't know if he'd get a scholarship, but he might get something. You know, I know a lot of people, you guys, that, you know, I went to college with them. They weren't the best players. I knew a couple upright bass players that were not the best. One of them played jazz, and he was pretty good at jazz. And then the other one didn't play jazz, and he kind of sucked at playing orchestral music as well. Both of those guys are playing upright bass. One of them went to San Francisco Conservatory, which is a bitch to get into. You have to be really fucking good to get in there. And all he ever played was jazz. So he worked his ass off to get into that conservatory. And he did really well. And then the other one, he went to CSUN. And then he went to some other college. And he's a principal bass now for a symphony over in Georgia. And he loves it, you know. He's got a house, he's got everything, and he's traveling all over the place. And to be a principal bass, you got to be really fucking good, man. And he worked really hard for that, because that dude was not very good when I met him. He wasn't horrible, you guys. He was good, but to be a principal bass, you have to be fucking spot on, no mistakes, and play hard fucking music. So that was awesome. He's pretty amazing. So it is possible to work your ass off and get really good at music, even if you don't have the innate talent right away. You could work hard and make it happen. I truly believe that. But, you know, you have to work your tail off, and you have to want it. If you don't want it, it ain't gonna happen. It's like being an actor, going into Hollywood. Same kind of concept. You gotta want it. Yeah. Oh, look at the little Poochie Pooch. He's out for his daily walk. Ouch. Yeah. Can't even get this lit up. I'm gonna pull my glasses up a little bit. He's up for his daily walk. He's like, yeah, just me and my dad. Me and my dad going for a walk in the city. Good boy. Look at him. He's so sweet. He's like, my dad's got to carry me across because I'll go nuts. I hope that kitten gets rescued from somebody. I hope they find a nice home for it. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, that little kitten, but it was cute. It was a little black and white one. Very cute. Cute little eyeballs and everything. Little blue eyes. And it was like, meow, 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 meow. I'm like, oh, guess it's a cute little meow. I'm a sucker for animals, you guys. Totally a sucker for animals. I used to bring them home all the time. Little stray animals. They used to follow me home. And my dad would get mad and be like, "That's bringing these animals here." My dad was a grouch. A grouch. But yeah, I used to bring animals home all the time. Even though my parents had plenty of mouths to feed, still brought them home. I couldn't help it, you guys. That's just how I was. Why, hello there, Mercedes. Oh, good old LA. Well, today I bought some candy for the kids. I went yesterday and I went to the market and I got some Reese's. The kids love peanut butter and shit. So, for my very nice, wonderful students that are good to me and sweet to me and nice to me, I give them a candy. And you know what? The kids that don't deserve it always say, "Can I have a candy? Can I have a candy? Can I have a candy?" I'm like, if you have to ask, then the answer is probably no. Don't ask me, dude. Just do the right thing in my class and you'll get a candy. That's one way to do it. Give them some, or just say, hey, you know what? You guys can have a little free time if the class does what I'm asking them to do. And they're like, everybody do good today. Everybody be working so we can get that free time. It's all about the free time, you guys. They love free time.